Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are on this journey to unconditional love. And so I do divine love healing, and I connect to your souls, and I see everything like a film. So that's for you and your twin. And it could be anything from past life to this life to analogies of where your energy's at. And you receive a healing using Holy Fire Reiki and crystals. And I give you a write-up of everything I see, and also whatever I'm guided to share with you as well. And then I also do readings using the Sandra Ann Taylor Energy Oracle deck, or I do a Your Story. And just to say, so the first message today is about the feathers again, because yesterday's message was remembering that we are on remembering the bigger picture again. And I use Star Wars as the analogy of the dark versus the light versus the dark rather. And I've had a couple of emails from people going, I am so sick of this, and and this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. Which is exactly what I was saying yesterday, because the closer that you're getting to your goal, the more fear that gets inbuilt in or brought in to try and keep you off track. And so that's why it is so important to always focus on the bigger picture. Always take a step back and just say, this is fear being brought in for a reason, right? Because it's trying to block the light, because it doesn't want the light to get through. And that's why you have to know that all fear, you have to sit within your heart space and what is your heart telling you. Because honestly, once the train is moving, and the train is moving at full pelt now, you know, it's really difficult to get off that train. And if you do get off the train, your life's never going to be the same. Well, either you get off the train, you hurt yourself, or you just carry on the train, you know. Either way, you know, once you find out that you're a twin flame, there really is no getting off the train. So you have to realize that it's a part, the love train is going. It's going really fast. And there is a destination that we are all heading towards. And so that's why you have to clear the fears, clear the doubt, you know, clear everything, because the only truth is love. And that's what we are here to do. So step out of your individual situations, step into the bigger picture, and then look back with those eyes and say, okay, I can see this now. I'm going to clear all those fears. I'm going to step in a shower, imagine golden energy fall all around me, wipe away all my doubt, wipe away all my fear, and then I'm going to start a new day. Because the feather message, and then there's the feathers. This lady, when she's on her walks to meet her twin, she always comes across feathers. Now, somebody sent from the grid sent me, I heard your video this morning about the dark energies, and then just clicked on the one with the feathers. Last week sometime, I left my office, and walking to my car, there was a white feather with a brown tip. Then on Sunday, I was walking to my car from a store, and in almost the same spot was a white feather with a grey tip. Both were about the same size, though one definitely brown and one grey. I looked up the meanings, and white with brown is happiness and protection from psychic attacks and or harm, while with grey symbolises hope. These are the first feathers to cross my path in about a year or so. So there you go. And this is what I love about this journey, because no sooner do I say something, then the next day somebody is validating it for me, because they found, you know, their feathers, and they symbolize protection from psychic attacks and or harm, and hope, which is exactly what I'm saying, is that you always have to protect your union. You have to protect yourself from fear, because of course fear and doubt is going to creep in. And that will come at all angles. You know, it could come from people, it could come from your own mind, it could come from a TV program, it could come from, you know, just something you hear. I mean, the doubt will creep in, right? And the fear. So it's your job to stay strong in your heart. And again, that's what we're doing. We are here to live from the heart and to really, really ground unconditional love onto the planet, which is you know, that is not easy at all. It's not an easy task to always live from your heart, but that is the task. So the reason why I say this is because yesterday when I just loaded some of my story videos onto onto the channel, because I just had this instinct that it's going to help somebody with the first few that I do, and sure enough it did. But I was really, really shocked to see that somebody had disliked a story. Now, I don't really pay attention to likes or dislikes, although I always like if I appreciate it. And, you know, it's somebody's time. So, of course, for me, it's like a thank you, you know, if you tick. But a dislike, I'm always like, how can you dislike somebody's own personal twin flame story, right? And so I'm not going to be loading any personal stories for all because of that reason, because I thought that person who had that as their personal story, that puts such a wrong vibe for them, and that will always be there now. And so I just thought that is instilling fear, and that is instilling doubt, and I don't want that. And I thought that whoever has done that to somebody's every single person who has their own personal story is a beautiful story. Every single twin flame journey is a beautiful, mind-altering story. There is no doubt about it, because every single one is so individual, but has very common themes, right? So if you are disliking anything on YouTube, then you are most definitely not in the right vibe for this journey. So either you jumped off the train and you're in, you know, but you certainly shouldn't be spoiling the love train for anyone else, right? So I won't be loading any more personal stories up. But I was very grateful to see that I had a couple of emails from somebody to say that's exactly the message that I need. So for those people that did have their personal story uploaded, then you've helped other people, which was the whole purpose of doing it. Okay, so there was one question that somebody asked me in their personal story that I didn't upload in a video. And it was, which is a very apt question for every single one of us. And it was, what is stopping us from coming into our physical union? And you know what the answer was? No surprises. It was tick-tock, divine timing. So I am going to read what the divine timing message is, because this is a message for everyone. And remember that the divine timing is, again, the divine timing is all, these paths are all in the hands of the divine, right? So that's why it's out of your hands, right? This, look, the clock is being given to the divine. So the oracle's message is this: when humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos and order, were happening right now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire. So release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, and knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. Love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its reason, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give and receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart, in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know that love is always right on time? And for prosperity, your prosperity is co-created by your endeavours as they occur in human-made time and the eternal efforts of your most important manifestation partner, Spirit, in a divine, measureless time. So keep doing what you're doing, stay positive, and make a commitment to remain in high vibration thoughts and feelings. If you heed the message of this card, it will seem as if you will align with your highest calling and your highest good in no time at all, like magic. So what's all the fuss about not having enough time? The prosperous life that is yours will never pass you by. Have you been feeling as if the clock is ticking and gotten a little nervous that your dreams are taking too long to manifest? There is nothing to fear. You will never run out of time. For the important thing, the miracles that are yours and yours alone cannot be missed. Inside, isn't that amazing? You're in such capable hands with guides and angels hovering in the invisible spaces, ensuring that your journey will be filled with all sorts of goodies. Let your anxiety be gently dispelled by your faith. Spirit will never deny you your highest good. All is yours in divine appropriate timing, so you can just relax. So, there you go. That is the message. And again, I'm just going to say to anyone that even thinks around disliking a video on YouTube, especially as someone's personal twin flame story, then really, you know, you have to really think about, well, I would say you're not a twin flame if you're just not a twin flame if you do that, because that completely goes against everything that a twin flame stands for, right? So really think twice, because that is all about acting out of the ego. And, you know, if you're doing that and you're disliking a video, then that means you've got a really, really long way to go on your journey. Because the whole point is to live in love. And for a start, appreciate that somebody is taking the time to put videos out there to help other people on this journey, because it's not an easy journey. So putting a bad vibe onto it is just, you know, basically you're slowing your own train down by a lot, basically. Anyway, so that just got me on a rant, because I just thought, how could somebody do that on someone's personal journey? Because every single twin flame journey is a beautiful, beautiful story in itself. And this is the message. The message is, the question was, what is stopping us from being in our physical union? And the answer was tick-tock, divine timing. So that's the message for today. Keep remembering it's light versus dark. Keep thinking about the bigger picture. So all those fears, doubts, people that might be creeping in to give you fears and doubts, remember, it's because there is fear that is around that is wanting to prevent the love winning. But love will always, always win in the end. And that's what you're here to do, to help make that happen. All right, well, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.